What's good, YouTube? The Swedish national champion happens to be a Zoodiac regular, Herman Hansson. You've seen him top 8 the Zoodiac tournaments over and over. Practice pays off, and he is now your Swedish national champion with this list, which you might note has no TERRORTOP in Takum Tomborg and no NORDEN. Wow, the list is completely illegal for June 12th, it would appear. And we start off with the hand traps. We've got 3 Flying Seas, 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits, 3 Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, and a Max C for 10 hand traps, 2 Ram, 2 Rat Pierre, 3 Thoroughblade, 3 Whiptail. We've got a Book of Moon, triple Galaxy Cyclone, double Dark Hole, triple Fire Formation Tenki, 3 My Body is a Shield, 3 Pot of Desires, 3 Zoodiac Barrage, 3 Dimensional Barrier, a copy of Imperial Order, and a Torrential Tribute. In the side, we've got Godarla, Gamma Seal, Kumongous, Radian, the multi-dimensional Kaiju, 2 copies of Retaliating Sea, 2 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Mirror Forces, 2 Solemn Strikes, and a Solemn Warning. In the extra, we've got Brionic, since there are 6 tuners, I suppose. We've got 2 copies of Digusto Emerald, the Borbo triple Broad Bull, double Chaka 9, triple Trident, 1 Hammer Kong, and 2 Tiger Mortars. So no need for that Invoker slot. It frees up a little extra room to play the 3 ofs. Let's go ahead and get into his reasoning on his deck. He has a really great amount of reasoning here. Quick summarize of the build. I didn't like Fusion Sub combo and how you had to play Garnets who were bad going second, so I began experimenting on Dueling Book with a couple of weeks before the events on how a version without Fusion Substitute would work. First, I began using TERRORTOP, but later dropped it as it simply wasn't needed. All Zoo normals, in my opinion, are better than TERRORTOP normal, and the focus of the deck was not to make it focus on doing the Rat combo the first turn, but instead draw cards with Thoroughblade and maintain advantage by summoning Ram every turn to make the board clear proof. Make it board clear proof. Okay. Because every card in my deck is either a Zoo I can discard for Thoroughblade, a disruption in the form of quick play hand traps, or board wipes like Dark Hole. It was very hard for this version of the deck to brick to hand traps, as neither Droll, Ash, or Retaliating were very effective against the deck. Therefore, I could consistently open with 4 to 5 disruptions every time I went first, at the same time have no bad cards going second. This worked out in the tournament since I didn't lose a single time going first. I used Desires because I played no Garnets, and because with the new addition of Chaka 9 from Macro, I don't bother I don't care if a couple of my Zoos would get banished, and I easily could get them back from the graveyard. I got ashed about 8 times during the tournament, and almost every time I got ashed, I could instead use an extender like Barrage, or have a Broad Bull search to fix my hand anyways. The hand trap lineup is fairly standard besides the Reaper. I did not have Ash Blossom and instead decided to choose between Reaper, Retaliating, and Droll and Lockbird. I think the Reaper is the only card I regret having in the deck list, since 2 out of 3 times I Reapered Broad Bull, they hard drew a double sub and won the game anyways. Droll or Retaliating would have been a lot better. Trap lineup was amazing. I could stall a turn even if I got Flying Seed, which happens a couple times. Meanwhile, I Flying Seed back. They didn't play traps and could stall, which definitely gave me an edge over the competition. The side was made to counter pure true Draco decks. Twin Twisters in the draw phase is really underrated and helped me win the finals. Kaijus were a good side deck if I went second, but I never sided them in going first since they couldn't play through all the disruption I had anyways. I think the extra deck is fairly standard as well. Because I didn't main deck combo, I didn't want to run out of Zoodiac XCs, which is why I ended up having both 3 Bulls and 3 Tridents. If I had to choose between either Brionic or Charge Warrior to Outflying Sea, so we can just normal summon Outflying Sea, that's so cool, that's why it's in there, and choose Brionic because it would let me bounce my own Flying Sea I summoned to the opponent's field and go for game in the same turn. I ended up winning on Brionic bounce on a Ghost Ogre in round 6, so that was a good choice. The tournament report. We were around 85 people, so it was 7 rounds of Swiss and then 3 rounds of Top Cut, which is pretty standard for Sweden. Round 1, Buster Blader 2-1. I lost the dice roll, can't recall much besides opening double Dark Hole and board wiping him twice. Round 2, True Draco Zoo, 2-1, lost the dice roll, opened no hand traps, but managed to win game 1, even with him using the Force Tricks combo, and double fusion sub by board wiping his field and setting double barrier and cosmic. He popped the barrier and ended phase with Masterpiece, and then summoned Whip and made Shock 9, and I dimensional barriered. He then attempted to pop his face up return with Diagram, and I chained Cosmic to banish return, which left him with no continuous traps in grave. Next turn, I killed Peace with a 4K attack Trident and maintained control throughout the match. Excuse me. Game 2, he opens the same combo, and I open Reaper, but he hard draws double fusion sub and wins. Anyways, game 3, I open the nuts and end with 5 disruptions, so I win. Round 3, True Draco Zoo 2-1, lost the dice roll, can't remember much about this match besides top decking a Gamma Seal with Thoroughblade to out Peace in game 3 and winning. Round 4, 60 card Zombie Grass Zoo 2-0, lost the dice roll. Game 1, I open Flying and he passes. Game 2, I open Ogre on his Barrage and he passes. Round 5, Pure Zoo 2-1 win. I win the dice roll, can't remember much about this game besides triple Flying C game 1 and top decking a Thoroughblade for game by winning game 3 by leading with 4,900 life points the last turn of time and setting Dimensional Barrier Torrential with a Ram in defense. Round 6, Pure Zoo 2-1. I won the dice roll. He instantly scoops to Trident plus Flying C opening game 1. I lose game 2 by opening Reaper with no other going second cards. Then win game 3 on top decking Desires with 400 life points left to make Bryonic using his Flying C and my Ogre. Round 7, Pure Zoo 2-1, win the dice roll, open Trident plus Flying C, and I bodied his Regeki game 1, so I win. Game 2, I open Retaliating, and I find that he sided out the Zoo combo, so my hand traps are worthless. He also plays around the Air Force, so there's nothing I can do. Game 3, I open Flying Trident again, and I body his Geki, so I win. Top cut, 2-0. Invoke Kaiju, won the dice roll with main deck 16 hand traps in the Spiral Engine. All his hand traps are kind of worthless against my version of this deck, so I easily win 2-0. 2-0 versus Invoked Shadol Zoo. That's an interesting top 4 deck. I open Barrage, Desires, Reaper, Ogre, Barrier, Dark Hole versus a single El Shadol Windup. I Desires, banish 6 Zoos, and draw another Ogre and Reaper, but I managed to bring him down to 1,500 because he gives me a Kaiju. I reveal that I have Barrage and he scoops. Kinda lucky because I had no Zoos left in the deck. Oh my gosh. Game 2, I open Cosmic Cyclone on his set Lost Win, and Dark Hole his Invoker plus Trident board. He reveals his hand with Invocation, Wonder Wand, and Dead Card I can't remember. And then 2-1, True Draco Zoo, lost the dice roll, can't remember much about the finals besides getting him with a big Torrential in game 2, then opening Maxi, Cosmic, Twin, Zoo, Gamma Seal, and no Ash Blossom, so I won that game fast. So, a quick summary of the build. That's about all of his tournament report, it seems. Let me ask if he has any shoutouts as we look over this build. We've got a lot of hand traps in here, which I think is great for the current format. I think almost every Zoo is starting to go very heavy with the hand traps. The absence of Norden in the Fusion sub combo is very surprising for a winning deck list. I think that it can ironically add consistency because it does take away, in the sense, the bricks that you are forced to play, and then you're forced to go through your extra deck so much faster rather than taking your time like he does. And I think maining Dimensional Barrier again was a good call for all the Zoo running around. And he wants to shout out Frozen Card Gaming. He also wants me to link his team's YouTube channel, and other than that, no real shoutouts. So it looks like Piper Squad is the YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this deck profile. I know my settings are a lot different right now because my computer got wiped when I had to hard reset my computer because of the bad link that I opened on stream. But hey, that's life. Hopefully I wasn't too loud during this. I'll be checking the mic settings in the future and checking my other settings. But people on stream said these settings were about good, so I haven't had time to review it, but I'm going to be throwing this up anyways and checking it later. Thanks for watching, guys.